Welcome back to New to the Street. I'm Ken Efseroff. You know, when it comes to applications on your devices, using them is not always fundamental. In fact, figuring some apps out can be a challenge. That, however, is not the case with my next guest company. Vancouver, Canada-based Fundamental Applications Corporation is in the business of designing, developing, marketing, and acquiring innovative mobile applications targeted at millennials. You know, people born in the digital age with internet and smartphones. Yes, I was here before the internet. Bradley Moore is Fundamental Applications CEO. Brad, welcome back to New York and New to the Street.
Good to see you again, Ken.
It's our pleasure. Let's get right into it. Our viewers who might not be aware, who are tuning in for the first time, a quick sit rep on Fundamental Applications. Tell me about the company.
We build app for university students on a global basis. We build marketing and communication for university. We actually create that experience and we use apps to do it.
Fundamental Applications has a app incubator model. I love the term. Explain the model.
There's a lot of really smart people out there building great technology. And you know, it's our job to go out and go find those people, take a look at those apps, see if that fits our business model. And then generally from there, what we'll do is we'll find a way to, we'll buy that app, we'll bring that person on board, we'll develop it and help it go to market.
So everybody thinks they have a fantastic idea, great app, no matter who it is, no matter what they're building, but it's really not what the inventor of the app thinks. It's what will the market bear for that app?
Well, exactly. And you know, an example I always give to everybody, I say, is Apple a brand? And they go, yes. I go, is Android a brand? And a lot of times they go, yeah. And I say, well, actually, no, it's not. It's technology. And that's the challenge with technology. It changes so quickly. How do you ever keep abreast of it? So what we do is we think, what's the end goal? And we want kids to communicate because we know there. We want to provide them the solution with communication.
Even if somebody has a great app or great technology, if the perception is not good, they're not going to make any money and nobody's going to know about it. How does Fundamental Applications combat that issue?
It boils down to a very simple argument. You've got to have a great user experience. That you can have a good solution and you can have a great brand, but if it doesn't work well, perception will roll away from you. Especially when kids share their perceptions on social media, you've got to make sure that you understand and put it this way, it's like old school sales. You just really got to understand your client. That's what you need to understand. Understand what they're doing, what their expectations, and meet it.
Because you're not a millennial, neither am I.
No, I am not a millennial.
I'm sort of jealous, but not really, because then I would have to go through the struggles that we had to go through when we were younger, and I don't want to start over.
No.
Part of me does, because I want to be younger, but...
Exactly, just get a couple more extra years on
Exactly.
the clock.
Let's talk about what I call the fundamental trifecta, so to speak. It's Opinit, Foro, and Truth.
We started looking at our three apps and we started saying to ourselves, okay, so we have one great buy-sell app, we have one great lifestyle app, and we've got one great communication app. What's that going to look like? Actually, how can we create the best user experience? And so what we actually did is we said, well, Foro is a great app, but it's kind of like Expedia. You're not going to use it unless you need to buy something. So we said, okay, well, you know, we can get a pretty good market share doing that on campus. And then we looked at Opinit, and Opinit's been doing something that a lot of the other contemporaries just started doing it. It's a lifestyle, but you use emoticons to tag things. So you think about that from a data point, bringing all that stuff in about keywords, tags, and having emotions attached to it. What if we could have, as I like with my props, have two different, you could have the Opinit app and the Foro app, and you could actually enter app text. You didn't have to have both apps. That's kind of like...
So the apps are talking to each other without the user doing anything?
The apps are talking to each other without having to have both apps.
What has the reaction been to Foro on college campuses across the country?
It's been amazing, and you know, our growth just continues to pop. Obviously, in the summertime, we focused on the growth of Opinit and the integration, which, just so you know, when we were here before, I believe we were at around 50,000 users. With all three of those integrations together, plus our growth in the last month, we're crushing towards 300,000 users, so we're well on our way to our goal of 1 million users.
Quickly, give me
Yes.
5 or 6 Division I colleges that are involved with Fundamental Apps.
There's actually over 2,000 U.S. schools loaded up into it, all the way from, you know, Hair Salon Academy up to UCLA, USC, Stanford, Miami. We actually have very good traction on over 500 NCAA schools.
Next time, I definitely want to go back to Vancouver and see how you guys do it out there.
please come up.
It's a beautiful city. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Ken.
If you want to learn more about Fundamental Applications Corporation, you can visit funappcorp.com and newtothestreet.com. We're back after this.